to start. Yay, yay, yay. And we're live. Welcome, guys, to my class, to my live transmission. Hello, everyone. I have here today our chat box, and I'm so happy with that. Because do you guys remember that last class I didn't have this pop-out chat? Okay, so now I have the chat box. Let's see who's here before. While everyone's just coming, because it's like, in Brazil, it's 8:01. Here it's 6 p.m. So we have here Glauco. Boa noite, teacher. Hello, Glauco. How are you doing? I'm just looking here, guys, because my second screen is here and the chat box is also here. So just give me a hi because I'll say your name. So we have Marcelo Portela. Hello, Luciana. Alexandre, Sheila, Mali. Oh my God, so many people today in our live transmission. I'm so happy. And today our class is going to be so special. You liked our previous vocabulary class, and today we're going to have another vocabulary class. We have here Adelia. Hello, my dear. Marcelo again. Oh, so it's not, you were just talking about different things. Sheila, Alexandre. Who else? Tyrone. Hey guys, welcome to the live transmission. Anna, you're here, my dear. Hello. Conde Souza, Joyce, Luciana, Adriana, my dear. Beijo. Marliana, Mar, Fernanda, Walter. Hey guys, Stefania, my dear, hello. Mari, Luciana. Oh guys, thank you so much for watching this class. So, Felipe, Massimo, Tyrone. Guys, welcome to this live transmission. I am so glad for one more week, one more class. I'm really glad to be here talking to you guys, teaching you guys. And I'm super happy. Rose and Sergio, hello guys. So, we're gonna get started. I'm super anxious because we're going to talk today about weather and seasons. And despite this topic being something like, oh, it's easy, I know something about the weather, but actually I brought lots of curiosity, lots of vocabulary about it. And I'm pretty sure you're going to find lots of different things as well, besides getting to know new vocabulary too. So well, I'm going to start sharing my screen. So you please let me know if you have any problem not seeing my screen. Okay, weather and seasons, share. So guys, as you already know, like every class, I'm going to stop looking at the chat box because I want to focus here on our class. I want to focus on our topic from today. So if this is your first time watching my live transmission, my class here at VIP, my name is Erika Belmonte, and I'm from Clube do Inglês. Clube do Inglês is a place on the web where I share some different tips and from the US as well, and also not only English tips, but also things from the USA. So you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, what else? YouTube, my website. And that's it. So today we're going to talk about weather and season, and that's our agenda for today. So today we're going to talk about seasons. So a little bit of each season. Maybe you know the names, like you can refer to Portuguese and English, you can translate it so you know the names, but I'm going to bring a little extra regarding each season. And from here, the USA. So guys, even if you're not planning to travel to the US, live in the US, whatever, but I really believe it's really good when we learn new things from books, from classes, from people. I think that whenever you have the chance to talk to, I don't know, an American or any other person, you will be able to share this information as well, all right? So don't take this like, oh, I'm not planning on going to the US or visiting the US. Okay, just have that as extra information and also practicing your English, okay? Our second topic, we're going to talk about the weather. So we're going to have vocabulary, adjectives, verbs as well, like in topic 3. Topic 4, we're going to have some metric unit in the US because I don't know if you have already heard it before, but here they don't use Celsius like we do in Brazil. It's Fahrenheit, and I'm going to help you to convert it, okay? Like, there's a very easy trick that I learned when I got here, and I am going to teach you guys with that. And then finally, we are going to have our practice exercises. All right? So guys, let's get it started. I don't know if you have any notebook with you, piece of paper or anything else. Like, don't worry if you don't right now, because you can watch the replay later, but it's really, really important that whenever you can, you just write down some information, because I really believe this is going to help you memorize even better some of this content. And right after our class, like tomorrow, I'm going to upload all the material, like audio and also the files and everything else, because I really want you to start using the material as soon as possible. All right? So guys, let's get it started. And I'm going to start talking about the spring. And okay, just one thing, you guys know how much I love helping you also, not only with grammar and vocab, which is the title of our class today, but also with pronunciation. So yes, I'm gonna be on your shoes and helping you guys with this pronunciations, all right? So what I want you to do, we have here a command, which is that. Okay, so every time that I do it, I want you to repeat, all right? So again, I know that probably you might have someone beside you and you're shy and you don't want to repeat out loud, but remember that this is your moment. Remember that this is like your moment. This is the time that you separated for yourself to study, to improve your English. So please, okay, try to repeat out loud, because I'm pretty sure this is going to help you so much more. Yes, you will have the audio from like the content and also the sentences that you have for homework, but right now it's the moment that we are together. And I really expect you to answer, so I really don't hope I speak alone, all right? All right, guys, so Francis, Yvette. Hey guys, so our first season here, it's called spring, not spring. It's not that I sound, but spring. Okay, so repeat, spring. I always give you some seconds so you can repeat, all right? So spring, and then you say spring. Well, we have a picture here, and why am I starting with the spring? Because it's the season we are right now here in the USA. So most of you might already know, but okay, that's not obvious, and don't worry, because I'm here to help you with that information as well. It's not obvious that you know, like, oh, it's not the same season in the US and in Brazil. Like, no, we are in different hemispheres, so that's why the seasons are different, and actually they are the opposite. So right now you guys are in the fall. We're gonna talk a little bit about it, and here in the USA it's spring. So just some curiosities, the same way as the fall starts for you guys on March 21st, it's going to start here on March 21st. That's the time when spring starts. And first tip, that it's not related to the weather, but related to the, let's say, calendar and also preposition and then English. Guys, every time we're talking about dates, I mean months and then days, you are going to use the preposition on, all right? So for instance, my birthday is on February 6th, and then it's ordinal number. I'm not going to focus on this right now, but just have that in mind, all right? It's fall here, but it's very cold. I imagine, Luciana, it's fall, right? Yeah, and fall, like the temperature tends to drop. We're gonna see it. Very good. Well, so spring here is like before summer and after winter. So like a couple months ago we had winter, and summer is coming, thank God. We had like so many cold days here, like really cold days, negative temperatures, so it's really good that the temperature is getting warmer. And in the spring, guys, the temperature starts to starts to warm up. All right, guys, just pay attention to this vocabulary. Like, I'm not here talking about, you know, silly things. I'm actually helping you with extra vocabulary. So pay attention, like before, after, temperatures start to warm up, all right? That's the time when we have thunderstorms as well. And with the thunderstorms, we also have tornadoes. That's when the tornado seasons start. And guys, Iowa, it's where I live. Usually the whole Midwest is not only Iowa, but the whole Midwest. It's a tornado path. So it's really beautiful. It's really amazing. On my Instagram stories, I usually show things from my daily routine here. And people always say, oh, it's so beautiful, North Liberty, the city where I live. It's so beautiful. Yes, it is. But it's a tornado path. And every time that I hear there's a tornado coming or even hitting the ground, I'm like, oh my God, please just stay away. It's really, really scary, guys. You have no idea. Hey, Leonie. So 2 curiosities here for you guys regarding the tornadoes. We usually receive, where is my cell phone? Just because I wanted to show you something, my cell phone. I think I left in my bedroom. Anyway, in the cell phone, we usually receive some warnings, all right? There are 2 types of warnings that we receive. And guys, it's from the department of, how can I say, the department that takes care of the climate and everything else. So they're the one responsible of sending the warnings to everyone. So we have the 2 alerts, the watch alert and the warning alert. Every time that we have a watch alert, it means you don't need to desperate, okay? There might be a tornado around you, so just be careful, because if a tornado hits the ground, you gotta take shelter immediately. So that's the message. Watch is like, conditions are favorable, but warning is like, take shelter now, because right next to you, there's a tornado hitting the ground, and you know, it might be dangerous. Guys, I don't know if you all know that, but tornado is pretty different from hurricane. Hurricane is like that strong wind that you have, like usually in Florida, that region, that it's very strong wind and everything else, but it's a little different. Usually it's like when it's raining. Tornado is like, you can see here, there's 2 pictures. I don't know if you can see it. Iowa is the best state in the U.S. I agree with you, Luciana. I totally agree. I love Iowa. Even with tornadoes, like, okay, we had to have something bad about it. Okay, so tornadoes. Guys, these 2 pictures here were tornadoes from the past 2 years, if I'm not wrong, about tornadoes that hit the ground in Iowa. One is from Sydney here in Iowa, and the other city, I don't remember the name, but they were 2 cities hitting the ground. And I really hope I can never see it, because I think I would freak out. And guys, a tornado, it's like, think about a crazy car just going, it's not going to destroy the whole city. Of course, it will depend on the size of it, but usually it will destroy only the path it crosses, okay? So it is dangerous, but like these guys, you can take a picture from you know, if you're far away. I wouldn't, but anyway. So that's spring. Some other curiosities that we have is regarding the high pollen. Some people are allergic. My husband is really allergic to pollen. So we got this picture I got from Google, but we also have that on our cell phones. Just because there are so many flowers blooming, guys, blooming is like the flowers have the petals and all these things, so they are showing up, they are blooming. That's the word we use, all right? So just because we have so many flowers blooming, there's like a huge incidence of high pollen, and there are so many people allergic to that. They have to take medicines, they get sick. Thank God I'm not allergic to that, but like today, I got this picture today, all right? You can just type at Google, you're gonna see the same picture as I saw. So high pollen, today is high. So if I intend to do something outside, I might change my mind, otherwise I would be sick. You know what I mean? What else? Another curiosity is regarding vernal equinox. Guys, another curiosity, I don't know if you know that. in spring, on the first day of spring, we have 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of nighttime. It's like the same. It's called vernal equinox. Vernal because of spring. It's like the same name. Equinox. It's like the same hours, the amount of hours of daylight and nighttime. All right. And guys, that's not a geography class. I hear that all the time. Americans expect that day, especially because in the winter that I'm gonna tell you, it's like we have, I don't know, 8 hours, 7 hours of daylight. That's terrible. It's terrible. Like 4 p.m., it's dark. So they kind of expect for this day. So these are words that you should memorize because the chances are you're going to hear them a lot, especially in this time of the year. All right. So as I told you, flowers start to bloom. And we also have the spring break. The spring break is actually a break, like a vacation period for universities, for schools that they usually spend with parents. It's usually a week. And well, that's it. It's really, really common to have the spring break. Some people just come back home, and some people actually, no, they travel with friends. All right. Well, let's talk about summer. Deixa eu bater palma, né? Vão brigar comigo. So we have summer. Guys, summer is our next season. You guys actually has just led summer, right? I think it's the best season of the year. I love the summer. So it starts on June 21st in a month. About, right? And guys, here in the North Hemisphere, not only USA, but the whole North Hemisphere, I don't know if you knew that, but it's usually really, really light and bright at 5 a.m. So sunrises are at 5 a.m. and sunsets are at 9 p.m. Like yesterday, the sunset was almost around that. It was like 8:50 around that. It was like crazy. I love it. What else? Super hot temperatures. Oh, there's summer solstice. Another thing that Americans expect a lot is the summer solstice. What is that, Erika? Is the longest day of daylight of the year. So, like, the sunset will be around 9:30 p.m. and probably, I don't know, the sunrise probably a little bit earlier. So you have lots of daylight during that day. It's just one day, and then the sunset starts dropping like 2 minutes, 3 minutes a day. It's really interesting. And in the summer, it also starts the hurricane season. So people in Florida should be really careful about it. What else? In the summer, we also have the school holidays. Guys, holidays is the vacation period that we have. Just check it out. From June 20th to August 31st. Can you believe that? Like 3 months is super awesome. Actually, it's super awesome when you were a teenager or something. But when you were kids, parents are like, oh my God, kids are going to be here like 3 months. They're not going to school. They get a little desperate, but it's okay. Fall or autumn. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. I forgot. Repeat. Summer. Again, summer. I guess the pronunciation here, you won't have much trouble. But next one, repeat. Fall. And the next word is autumn. There we go. Autumn. Fall is more common in the USA. Autumn is more common in British English, but in London and Canada. Guys, you know that Canada is a mixture of American English and British English. They kind of have a mixture of both languages. So I've heard when I was in Canada, I used to hear much more autumn than fall, but you might hear both of them, right? So it starts in September. Here in the USA, you guys are in the fall, right? So here in the US, it starts on, don't forget the preposition, on September 21st. And that's the moment when temperatures start to drop, just like in Brazil. Like it was super hot and now it's getting a little chilly, right? Something that I love about the fall, guys, this is my favorite part, actually. Trees get orange, purple, yellow, red, dark pink. Like you see colors, like they were all green. Actually, right now, some of the trees are pink, light pink, and red, beautiful colors, really bold colors, you know. But when fall starts, they all start getting, of course, it's a process of the tree, but it's amazing. The colors are like orange, and sometimes you see different colors like in sequence of different trees, which is amazing. Like, just check some pictures out on the web. You're gonna, like, here is a really great example. Like, that's not Photoshop. That's like a really true picture. And it's called fall because the leaves fall from the tree, right? So the tree has many leaves, right? And these leaves, the singular form is leaf and the plural leaves, right? So the leaves fall from the trees. So that's the reason why. And well, I'll skip the leaf blower because I'm gonna show you a picture and I'll explain the leaf blower. So just hang on a second. So as the leaves fall from the trees, the ladybugs, guys, ladybug is that animal. Can you see here this sweet and cute animal? I love ladybugs, but in the fall, I don't love them that much because they're sweet, they're cute, but there's an invasion of ladybugs here. I'm being really honest. It's not like when you see one ladybug, oh, that's so sweet. But when you have like 30 ladybugs flying in your living room, it's like, okay, that's not very funny. So we have ladybugs invasion because they fall with the leaves and they try to protect themselves from the winter because they feel that winter is approaching and they try to hide in a very warm place. They are very smart. Well, we also have the autumnal equinox, which is again the same day that we have 12 hours of daylight and nighttime. All right, the same thing here as we had in the spring. Guys, I don't know if you have heard that the fall is the time of the harvest. So usually, especially here in Iowa, that we have lots of cornfields and also, I don't know, soybeans and everything. So that's the moment when everyone just do all the harvest, because after that, winter is coming, so everything is gonna die. All right, so that's the harvest moment. And I'm not gonna explain today about Thanksgiving. All right, so in some classes I can bring some special dates and talk about Thanksgiving, but that's why Thanksgiving is in November. You guys might know about Black Friday, right? Which is the next day. Yeah, Thanksgiving is on the 3rd, if I'm not wrong, on the 3rd Thursday of November. So Thanksgiving, Black Friday is on the following day, is on Friday. So it's a day when you give thanks for all your year, but back then was for the harvest. But again, it's going to be for another topic, just out of curiosity. And guys, the leaf blower, that's the time I'm going to show you the leaf blower. Can you see here on your right, you have the leaf blower. So guys, all the leaves from the trees are going to fall. All right, so we are not going to take a broom, you know, a broom, like a witch fly. Yeah, witch flies on a broom. So no, you don't use a broom to get all the leaves out of the way. No, you get a leaf blower. So it's a very powerful blower that will put all the leaves together. So you get them together, you put in a bag, and you take into a place, or the city hall truck comes and grabs it. So that's a leaf blower. And it's kind of cheap. It's like, I don't know, $40, you buy one. It's very common here. Guys, and the last season is winter. Repeat, winter. There are some people like that I've heard here, they say winter. But Erika looks like winner, like someone who wins. Yes, the pronunciation is very similar, but you can say, oh, in the winter, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy that, I'm gonna travel in the winter. So, you know, accents. Some people just say winter, some people say winter. So don't go crazy if you hear winter instead of winter, but winter is a little bit more common. And then it was asking about where is ladybug invasion. Usually, I don't know, I would say the most information that I have, guys, is from Iowa. So I don't know if I don't know if in the south of the US or north in the US there are ladybug invasion. For example, in the south, the winter is not very heavy, it's not very hard, you know, it's not a problem. So I don't think they have all this trouble as we have here in Iowa, but probably from the Midwest, from the north, I guess we all have this problem regarding the ladybug invasion. All right. So guys, about winter, so it starts on December 21st, all right? And winter here, you guys were complaining about the weather in Brazil. Guys, you have no idea how cold it is in here. Like when you breathe, you know, when you breathe and you're outside at this temperature, like your bones hurt. I'm serious, your bones hurt. So I'm just making jokes here, but this is a serious thing because you might have frostbite. What is frostbite? All right. Right now it's spring, so it's hot outside, but let's imagine it's winter and it's like minus 15 degrees Celsius. All right. Let's imagine it's not that cold. It's just very, very cold. And I just go outside like that. All right. Or I'm wearing a jacket or something, but I don't protect my fingers. I don't protect my lobe. In this case, guys, if I stay outside at this low temperature, chances are my fingers are just going to freeze, but not freeze because you're going to be cold, but I'm going to lose sensation and probably I'm going to lose, I wouldn't say the movement. For example, here in my lobe, my earlobe, if I just do it after having a frostbite, okay, like after spending 15 minutes outside in a temperature lower than minus 10 degrees, all right, Celsius. So if I just do it, I'm gonna literally break my earlobe, and that's because of the frostbite. So if you one day you decide to travel somewhere where the temperature is lower than -3, -5, especially if there's wind, be careful. Yeah, guys, this is really serious, really, really serious. This is something that everyone should know because I know people who almost had a frostbite and they had, you know, to control like the feelings and sensations with something really hot and really warm, okay? Well, in the winter, we also have snow, which is beautiful when it's falling, but after that, I'm gonna tell you, it's dangerous. We also have snowstorm when it's snowing a lot, snowstorm, and blizzard, which is like much worse than a snowstorm. It's like something you can't see, you know, you can't see because it's just like falling so much snow that you can't, so this is really dangerous. So, as I was telling you, it's dangerous to drive because imagine like in February, if I'm not wrong, blizzard, Adelia, is like a very, very strong, how can I say, snowstorm. So do you understand a snowstorm when it's like snowing a lot? So imagine 5 times more than you see in the movies, for instance. So that's a blizzard, you know, it's like everything is white in front of you. You barely can see anything. So when it's snowing a lot or just having a snowstorm, when you're driving, while you can see the path, like can you see here in the picture, you barely can see the path. It's getting dangerous. In this picture, I wouldn't drive because in this case, the path is gonna be like a soap. I mean, you become a passenger. You become a passenger. If you try, actually don't try to press the brake pedal. Otherwise, your car is just going to, you know, switch from one place to the other. It's insane. So guys, one day I can come here and tell you about winter and all the problems, good things, bad things, but it's dangerous. You gotta know that. It's really dangerous. But if you know how to drive, if you have all the commands, it's okay. And usually what the City Hall trucks do, they have some special trucks with salt. And they just start dropping salt on the path so the cars can drive safely. All right. And in your house, you have a snowblower. We have here a snowblower. Here in the second picture, guys, that's a snowblower, so you can have an idea. Because imagine, just check the amount of snow that fell. You just can't leave your house. You can't just take your car out of your garage. So you need a snow blower, all right? And you gotta blow the snow while it's soft, like you can see in the picture. So, you know, just some hours after the snow fell. So you gotta just, it's like a car that you just push, you know. It's really, really interesting, this thing, guys. What else? There's winter solstice, and that's the saddest day ever, because usually the sunrise is like 7:30 a.m., almost 8 a.m. sunrise, and the sunset is like 4 p.m. or sometimes a little bit less. So you don't have many hours of daylight, and it's kind of sad because it said, oh my God, I'm going to bed in some hours. No, you're not, because it's still 4 p.m. It's like afternoon yet. So you have plenty of things to do. So guys, some questions here regarding the weather. So I'm going to repeat, and I really want to, I'm going to read, and I want you to repeat right after me, all right? So what is it like outside? Repeat. I'm going to answer the questions in some seconds. So again, what is it like outside? Or you can just say, what is it like out or outside? How's the weather? What's the temperature like? What's the temperature? What's the weather forecast? There we go. Thelma is asking me how to pronounce snow. Snow. Just be careful, it's not snow. You say now, but snow. Like it's the pronunciation is like it's a closed sound. Snow. Is it true you need to take the snow out of the path? Yes. Or sidewalks? Yes, you have. Right in front of your house, actually, you have to take the snow out of the sidewalk, because if people want, this is something really interesting here, and it's a problem here. It's something related to liability. In other words, if in your sidewalk, imagine that said, I'm not going to snow blow my sidewalk and I'm lazy, and I don't know, someone is there just trying to walk the dog and this person falls, so that person can sue me. That's something really crazy. The US is really full of people suing the other ones. But that will be for another topic, okay, guys? But yes, it's true. You have to, because if someone falls or something and decides to sue you, they're gonna win the cause, all right? So yes, unfortunately, it's true. So, and I can't have a swimming pool because of a liability as well. But again, that's gonna be for another case. So these are different ways, different questions that we have to ask about the weather. And it's interesting because this is a topic that it's almost in our everyday situation. So we ask our friends, we ask people that we like, so, oh, how's the weather today? This is so common, and sometimes it's such a basic conversation that we don't know how to ask, or we just know the basic question. So, okay, can you tell me about the weather, or something simple like that? And I really want you guys to know, how are the questions here in the US? How are natives speaking and asking other ones? So what is it like out? Or what is it like outside? How's the weather? What's the temperature like? Guys, that's a structure I can bring you in a grammar class if you guys wish. Like, what's blah, blah, blah like, okay? But for a while, just memorize it like that. I'm not going into deep, otherwise I won't have time to explain everything that I need. But what's the temperature? What's the weather forecast? Okay, very good. Guys, now let's just get some adjectives. In other words, I want you to repeat right after me when we want to describe the weather. So every time we want to talk about the weather or answer one of these questions, what's the weather like out, or what is the What is it like out, or how's the weather? So you can answer using one of these options, and of course using the weather that it is outside. All right, so guys, just repeat after me right after my command, okay, like that. So repeat: windy, breezy, stormy, sunny, cold, chilly, frosty, freezing, hot, scorching, warm, rainy, showery. There we go, guys. Well, I decided to add some pictures here to help you understand a little bit better. I checked that Adelia was at what is forecast? Yeah, Fernanda, you answered. Thank you so much. Is when you know about the weather, like when you want to kind of preview the weather. So thank you so much, Fernanda. Windy or breezy, I think you can tell by the picture. So when you have lots of wind, so you say it's windy. Breezy, guys, it's a lighter wind. You know, it's like when it's like really relaxing and you feel some breeze instead, oh my God, that's a really good wind. Okay, windy is a little bit stronger. Okay, not like a hurricane or tornado or anything else like that, but it's like windy. It's stronger, just like in the picture. Okay, so again, just repeat: windy, breezy. The next picture is stormy. Guys, stormy is when the weather is like, when the weather has much storm. In other words, when it's raining a lot, we're going to see the words more specifically, but when we have the thunder and we have the lightning. Thunder is what you hear and lightning is what you see, right? Thunder is like, boom. And lightning is like the lights, so lightning. And thunders plus lightnings, you have storms. So when you have a weather like that, the weather is stormy, right? Sunny, when you have sun, when you can see the sun, so the weather is sunny. So repeat: sunny. Cold or chilly. Guys, chilly is another word for cold. And to be really honest, here in Iowa, I hear much more people saying it's so chilly today. It's getting chilly. Thank God it's not chilly anymore. In the beginning, I was like, chili? Like chili pepper? No, it has nothing to do with chili or chili pepper because it's written differently, actually, all right? So cold and chilly, that's the same, all right? Frosty, freezing. Frosty or freezing, it's like when it's so cold that it seems like you're gonna die. It's like really, really, really cold. So you're freezing, or the weather is freezing, or it's frosty. These guys like frosty, you know, there's lots of frost. Frost is like pieces of snow, but in a solid condition, let's say, on the guy. So frosty or freezing. The next one is hot, scorching. Just check here what we have in the picture. Scorching is much more than very hot. It's like when you are melting. So I'm like, or you can say the weather is like if you were melting. So, oh my God, it's scorching today, or I'm scorching today. So, and just be careful when saying I'm hot, because guys, when you say I'm hot, it means you have a nice body, okay? It's a slang. So she is hot. So you can say I feel hot today. Like there are different ways that you can say that you feel hot is much better than say that you're hot. Like you're hot, it means you have a really nice body for men and women. So just be careful with that, all right? I usually tend to say scorching because, you know, like I'm scorching or I feel scorching. It's much better than say I'm hot. No. And warm is like when the weather is like you have the sun. I would say it's 27 degrees with some wind, so it's warm. It's pleasant, right? So again, warm. And the weather might be also rainy or showery. Repeat. Yeah, Chilly is more or less cold. Yeah, no, chilly is the same as cold. It's the same word. It's not more or less. It's just cold. It's just, when you want to say it's cold outside, it's chilly outside. It's the same word, just a synonym. Just that. So rainy and showery, when it's raining a lot, right? So you say it's raining. Oh, sorry, it's rainy. The weather is rainy, or if it's a verb, you can use it is raining. Here it's adjective, right? Or showery. Like showery, it's a little bit more than just raining. It's like raining a lot. So it's showery. Imagine just like when you're taking a shower that you see lots of water coming out. So that's the same idea, showery. Come on, we have some more words here, some more adjectives related to the weather. Repeat: wet, damp, dry, foggy, drizzly, mild, cool, snowy, gray, cloudy. You can say cloudy as well. Cloudy or cloudy, both are correct. Here in Iowa, they say more cloudy, but in general way in the USA, they say more cloudy. Okay, it's cloudy. And the last one, bright. Very good. So guys, when you say the weather is wet or damp, technically it's because it might be raining or it was raining. Okay, so like you should take an umbrella because the weather is kind of wet today, or you should change your shoes because the weather is kind of wet today. It's damp, right? It's the same thing. Well, dry, I think you can tell more by the picture. So it's just the opposite when you say the weather is dry. So usually we hang towels in our doors and everything. So it's because the weather is dry. Sometimes the nose bleeds a little, right? Because the weather is dry. What else? Foggy. When the weather is foggy, it's because there are lots of fog. It's like, fog is just like here in the picture, guys, when you see some steam everywhere, you know, like some very low clouds. So you say it's foggy, all right? When you can't see much. Usually when you go to Santos, for instance, if you, I don't think everybody's from São Paulo, like you have from different places. But when you go to like lower places, you might have some fog, for instance, right? What else? Drizzly. That's a very nice adjective for São Paulo. People say that São Paulo is a drizzly city. So, guys, drizzly, it's a very thin rain. You know when it's not raining properly, but it's a very thin rain. So drizzly. That's we can say, oh, the weather is pretty. It's really drizzly today. I don't like, for example, to drive when the weather is drizzly because the windshield of my car, you know, windshield, that thing that just choop, 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 choop. The sounds are the best. I'm just like my mom. Oh my God. The windshield, you know, I think the windshield doesn't respond very, very nicely. So I don't like driving in a drizzly weather. What else? When we say the weather is mild or the weather is cool, it means it's not hot, it's not cold. It's not too windy. You know, it's cool. It's really good. The weather today is perfect. It's not like super cold. It's not super hot. It's just average. It's just good. Mild, right? Snowy, when the weather is snowing a lot, you say it's snowy today. Like it was snowing in the morning. It's, yeah, very good, Yvette. It's snowing right now. It will be snowing later. So it's snowy today. The next one is gray or cloudy. Gray or cloudy is like when you have lots of clouds in the sky. When it looks it's going to rain, so we say it's cloudy, all right? Or gray. And bright, when you don't have much clouds in the sky, when you can see some clouds and you can see the sun, so you see the day is bright, all right? All right, guys, here's really interesting types of rain. And here I couldn't put pictures because it's complicated to differentiate it, right? So some types of rain, guys, just repeat all of them right after me. So damp, drizzle, shower, rain, downpour, pour. It's raining cats and dogs. Torrential rain, flood. Guys, don't worry, you will have all of those words in the audio, okay? So don't worry about it. So guys, damp, we had a picture over there, remember? It's slightly wet. Sometimes when it was raining and it has stopped, so we say the weather was damp. Here, the first picture, damp, right? Drizzle is the noun that we have to say that the weather was drizzly, right? So it's the verb, and you have the verb to drizzle as well. It's drizzling, I don't know, today, or it was drizzling yesterday, all right? So we have the verb as well for that. Shower, the noun, a short period of rain. So we had like a quick shower this morning. So it was not, I wasn't taking a shower, like the weather, like it rained a little bit. So we can use the noun shower for that. So shower is not only you in the bathroom, but just shower is also for the weather. Be careful with that. Rain, we have the noun, the rain. The rain is wet. Just kidding. Or we also have the verb to rain. It's raining, man. Hallelujah. It's a raining man. Okay, just forget it. So rain, water that falls from the clouds and drops, right? Just put here some meaning so you can try to get the meaning in English as well. I like when you try to get that in English. Downpour is like a very heavy rain. Guys, this is not very common, but when it happens, they say, oh my God, like it's a noun. Like I say, what a downpour, for instance. Tell me, I'm going to share the audios with you guys tomorrow. I'm going to upload, all right? Don't worry. To pour is to have a heavy rain. So it's not just, when I say it's pouring rain, it means it's raining a lot. Or in other words, it's raining cats and dogs. It's just the same, okay? It's just like an expression. It's an idiom. It's raining cats and dogs. Cats and dogs. All right, or even torrential rain, right? Flood, we're gonna see a picture of flood, but flood is like when it rains a lot that the water doesn't have where to go, like here, to become covered in water, usually due to excessive rain. So that's flood, right? That's right, Rose, that's right. Yeah, drizzle, that's right, perfect. Drizzle is that meaning, perfect. So guys, some other words related to the weather. I want you to, again, repeat after me. I'm going to speak one by one, and then my command, I want you to repeat right after me, all right? So come on. Sunshine, lightning, thunder, raindrops, puddles, frost, hailstones, snowflakes, flood. Be careful, it's not flood. I know we say book, but it's not flood, it's flood. All right, be careful. So guys, sunshine, here we're not talking about adjectives anymore. They are all nouns, okay? So the sunshine is here in my living room, for instance, all right? So there are nouns, just like boy, girl, sunshine, all right? So as I told you before, lightning and thunder, just be careful, pronunciation, thunder, all right? Lightning, thunder. Lightning is what you see, thunder is what you hear, all right? When it's like having a storm. Raindrops, just like in the picture, there's a song, remember, raindrops is falling on my head. I love that song, it's so cute. So these are raindrops that we have. And puddles, it's like when you have some holes, just like in the picture, when you have some holes and it has rained previously and you have some water in that. So sometimes we don't see and we step in a puddle and it's so terrible. I hate that. What else? Frost. Guys, frost, just like in the picture, is when you have some snow and then this snow freezes. So you have the frost and it's like terrible to clean it. You gotta throw some salt. There are some products to clean the car as well to melt this ice. So it's frost. So just check the frost in the car. Hailstones, guys, hailstones are those stones that, you know, when it's raining stones, so you don't say it's raining stones. You say it's hailing, the verb it's hailing. And these are hailstones, is like when it's raining something solid and big. And sometimes it damages the car, by the way. Snowflakes, guys. I don't think you're gonna be able to read. I think it's too small, but the doves are saying, hey, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Because the boy is with the tongue like that. Because a boy is trying to get the snowflakes. Guys, the snowflakes is the snow falling, so you have the snowflakes. It's really sweet, and I love this word in English, snowflakes, so cute. Chuviscando. I don't know this word in Portuguese. Chuviscando. No, I think chuviscando would be more like rain, I guess. It would be a little lighter. What is chuviscando? I don't know. Yeah, they are rocks, Adelia. Yeah, they are like rocks, but they are rocks that fall from the sky. Okay. Tairone, like, I don't know much about chuviscando, but think about a very thin rain. É a garoa. Like in Portuguese. I don't like translating very much, but it will be more like garoa because it's like very thin, you know? And flood, like here in the picture, as you can see, lots of water. Sometimes it damages cars and houses and everything else. É chovendo bem fraquinho. So thank you, Anna. Yeah, it would be like that as well. I love this variation that we have sometimes, even from the same city, that we know some words that other people don't, even in our on language. It's so awesome. Guys, just repeat: drought, smog, rainbow, forecast. So again, drought, smog, rainbow, forecast. So drought is like when you see everything so dry, like you see the soil, especially the soil here. Soil is what you see here in this picture. Soil is what you have to plant vegetables. It's called soil. So when the soil is really, really dry, we call it drought, right? The temperature, we say it's dry, but the soil, we say drought. Smog, guys, what we have about smog, it's like fog, but it's totally related to pollution. So usually in big cities like São Paulo, for instance, or like New York or like Chicago, sometimes really early in the morning, you see some smog. It's like if the weather were foggy, but actually it's related to the pollution, all right? Well, rainbow is like a more famous word that we have. Rainbow is like this beautiful thing that we have in yellow, and it's kind of hard to explain because I don't know if I can explain that, the process, I mean, even in Portuguese, but you know rainbow, right? It's just like in the picture. And forecast, that I had noticed someone had asked, and Delia had asked about forecast. So forecast is like what the plans that you have about the weather for the further days or even weeks that we have, like 10 days, 15 days. So on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so you know how the weather is going to be like. All right, so how's the weather forecast today? Verbs related to the weather. Guys, repeat. To drizzle. To hail. to rain, or to pour rain if it's raining a lot. To shine, to thunder, to blow, to snow. Guys, of course, there are more verbs. I just brought some here. There are more coming. So the words here we've already learned and some minutes ago. But to drizzle, to hail, like I guess you can see here more from the picture. To rain, to shine, to thunder, all of them you can use as a verb. So the wind is blowing. Okay, it is snowing today, or it was thundering some minutes ago. Be careful. All right. Okay, guys, any question here related to that? Smog não é poluição misturada com nevoeiro. Yeah, actually, but it's when you're talking about smog, that it's just not like it's foggy. It's not the same, because some people just think, oh my God, it's foggy today. And no, smog, it's because there's pollution. There's like a thin layer of pollution in there. I don't know if there's fog with that. I don't understand much about the weather process itself, to be really honest, but I remember from São Paulo, when I used to live in São Paulo, that when I was driving and I could see like if the weather were foggy, but it was not foggy. Actually, it was the smog, you know, so just that the process. But good point. And guys, the last point of our class today is the metric unit. As I told you, it's a little different. So in Brazil, we have Celsius, not only in Brazil, actually the whole world. It's Celsius. And just here in the US, because they like to be different, right? It's Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit. Repeat. Fahrenheit. Celsius. There you go. So it's kind of different, because if you just check the temperature here, or if people tell you the temperature, they're going to say, oh, it's 90 degrees right now. Is it 90? What is that? Hell? Yeah, it's hell. Yeah, I have it. Yeah, hell. Because hell is hot. So it's like, is it hell? I said no. Like, okay, 90 is hot, but not absurdly hot. It's just hot. And when you say 32, actually 32 degrees, it's the same as 0 for us in Celsius. So you really gotta learn how to say that, because if you tell someone it's like 0 degrees, they're gonna think they're going to understand that that's Fahrenheit. So you really gotta be careful. And that's the math, which is simple, that you gotta do. So if you want to convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit, guys, what you gotta do is take the temperature in Celsius, right? And you are going to multiply, like, for example, here in my example, very good. So here, 30 degrees Celsius. I'm going to multiply that by 2, which makes 60, right? And then I'm going to add 30. This is always like that. It doesn't matter the number that you put in Celsius. It's always going to be like that. So if it's 30 degrees Celsius, in Fahrenheit, it's the same as 90. Because I added 30 after the 60. Or like, it's 10 degrees Celsius. Right? Which is cold, right? So if you want to tell an American that it's 10 degrees Celsius, but in Fahrenheit, so you multiply 10 by 2, which is 20, and you add 30. So it's going to make 50. All right? So you say, oh, it's 50 degrees Fahrenheit. All right? And yes, we can do the opposite. Okay, like right now for me, it's a little bit more automatic. So I know when it's hot, when it's cold, I know how much it is. When I see it's 100 degrees, so I know like it's a lot and I know how much it is. But the point is, in the beginning, I had to learn to convert that quickly. So the opposite, because I'm in the US and I know Celsius. So I had to take the temperature in Fahrenheit here in the US and minus 30. So I'm going to make less 30. So for instance, 90 degrees minus 30 is 60. And then I'll divide that by 2, which makes 30. Guys, it's the same examples here, okay? And the same for 50 degrees Fahrenheit. You take 30 from that, and then you divide by 2, and it's going to make 10. It might sound a little crazy, but a long time, I'm pretty sure you're going to get used to it. All right, guys, in case you want to, of course. Okay, So guys, this is it for today. Of course that we have some practice now. They are just, I separated 10 sentences. I want you to repeat right after me with some just examples that we have here related to this vocabulary, to these verbs and everything else. And again, you're going to have the MP3 file so you can repeat in your house, like if you don't want to repeat right now, or if you want to repeat once, twice, 3 times, you can, okay? And yes, you're gonna have homework, all right? So just before we finish our class, guys, stay with me. We're almost in the end. So just repeat here. It is usually chilly and damp in autumn, sometimes with rain or drizzle. Come on. I'm so glad there's a breeze right now. Otherwise, it would be very hot. There we go. It is so scorching today that I've had to change my shirt twice already. It is a windy day. Make sure your umbrella doesn't blow away. Take a sweatshirt because it's a little chilly outside. Number 6, those large hailstones left dents in my car. What's the weather forecast for tomorrow? There was a drought in our county last summer. It didn't rain for 3 months. Put these warm clothes on. It's freezing outside. And number 10, the view of the city wasn't very good because it was covered in thick smog. Guys, my suggestion to you all, if there are words here, I don't know, dance, sweatshirt, I don't know, words that you don't know the meaning, you are going to receive the material, the whole material by tomorrow. So work on that. Just Google, but guys, don't get the translation. No, just get the meaning. What is the meaning in English? Just get in English. What is the meaning of dance? What's the meaning of sweatshirt? Just please don't get you Portuguese because I want you to stop translating. I know that it's natural, it's normal, don't worry, but I really want you to look for the meaning in English. Think more in English, okay guys? I really want to help you with that. All right guys, so this is it for today. As I told you, you're gonna have homework, so you're gonna have sentences to I'm gonna send you guys tomorrow. Thelma, tomorrow I'm gonna send you guys the material by tomorrow. All right, so every new word, Taironi, for example, thick smog, just Google it, but in English. Okay, I really want you guys to Google it, but in English. Just don't go for Portuguese because you're gonna find lots of very great material like dictionaries that will help you through vocabulary. Guys, so I would like to thank you so much for coming here today. I really hope you have enjoyed. Don't forget to like this video here on YouTube. It's really important to me. So don't forget to like this video below. And if you have any question, any comment, anything, just leave, not here on YouTube, just leave the like here on YouTube. But regarding your questions, just post on VIP as soon as I post the class. So if there's anything that I can help you, I will do for sure. So guys, thank you so much. I really hope you have enjoyed today's class. I could notice we had so much vocabulary for today, but I really hope that you had Conde Souza asked me to speak a little bit slower. Yeah, I'll do it for sure. But Conde, my dear, let me tell you, I will try to speak here naturally, because in case you were talking to an American, to a native speaker, I can bet they're going to speak much faster than I do. And my goal here is to help you get speed. The point here is to help you get used to the accent and also to the English, So that's the point. Guys, so thank you so much for today, but I'll do it, Conde. Next class, I'll try to go a little bit slower. All right, my dear. But thank you so much, guys. So that's it. I'm just going to say goodbye. Let me stop sharing here my screen so I can see you guys. Yay! Guys, I wish you a very good night. Take care of yourselves. And guys, promise me you're going to study this vocabulary, because, it's like worthless if you're coming to this class and you're not studying later. So get the material, practice the audio, just repeat, because I'm pretty sure that's going to make your English much, much better. Practice makes perfect. All right, guys, thank you so much. Thelma, the material is going to be posted on the VIP club in the platform. All right. Thank you, Anna, for answering. Thank you so much. Guys, thank you so much. So I'm going to say goodbye. Don't forget to like the video. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good night. Bye-bye.